All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining us here today. It's a little windier and cooler than what we thought, but appreciate everybody coming out. I want to thank all of our local community leaders for being here with us today and the folks that have contributed to this announcement today. An awful lot of work has been done. We've had some great partners along the way who've remained committed to seeing this property here, which we call Heritage West, redeveloped. The West Louisville Community Council, I'll be talking about them a little bit more later. Councilwoman Cheri Bryant Hamilton, who you'll be hearing from later. One West in the Louisville Urban League. I especially want to thank Stephen Riley. I don't see him here, right? But Stephen with Seed Capital Kentucky and the West Louisville Food Port team, I want to thank them for sharing their findings, their recommendations and plans regarding responsible redevelopment and environmental remediation of the Heritage West site for use by others. He's a tremendous citizen that obviously had a great vision here. We didn't quite get it there, so now we're going to move on to the next stage. But Stephen and his team were a big part of that, Carolyn and others. So this spot where we're standing today is unusual in that we do not have 24 acres of contiguous land like this together in hardly any place in our city. So this represents tremendous possibility and tremendous opportunity for the entire city, and specifically obviously here in West Louisville. So we're excited about what this land can be. And so that's why today I am pleased to announce the release of the Solicitation of Interest for the Heritage West property. We're seeking proposals to create and implement an innovative and sustainable development plan for a portion of this property. Could be a portion, it could be all. The development plan should model best practices and sustainability values. And here's some characteristics I want to lay out today. This is all in the solicitation for interest. But the solicitation should reflect the historical character of this area, like the nearby Kentucky Center for African American Heritage. Want to offer opportunities for neighborhood retail or other business development, like we see nearby at the Louisville Central Community Center, Chef Space, Sweet Peaches. These are all examples. We want to see green space and amenities for community and neighborhood activities, like Produce Park, which was once a vacant property and is now an urban orchard. We'd like to see enhanced access and connectivity to surrounding commercial, educational, and cultural resources like junior achievement. And then obviously we want to create jobs. We want to create jobs and opportunities for community wealth building. And the vision must complement the work that will soon begin on the east side of Russell as we transform the Beecher Terrace housing complex through our $29 million Choice Neighborhood Grant that will be levered up to some $200 million plus and have construction going for the next 6 or 7 years. So redevelopment of this site should also, for the winning proposals, reflect the goals of Vision Russell. And Vision Russell is and has been a tremendous community-wide effort focused on improving educational outcomes, creating new retail and service centers, and expanded economic opportunity for all of the residents, increased availability of high-quality mixed-income housing, improved community connectivity, and we'd like to see improved health outcomes as well. So because of the potential of this, the winning bid, if you will, needs to have as many of these characteristics as possible. Now, when the city purchased this property in 2013, we knew that it would be ready for development. The site is already clear. It's on a rail line. It's convenient to the interstate, and it's surrounded by a ready workforce. So I believe somebody or some groups will come here. They're going to create jobs. They're going to create a great business or nonprofit for themselves, for the neighborhood, and for our city. So we look forward to working with those entrepreneurs that are looking optimistically to the future and to see what this property has to offer. As I mentioned, we've had a lot of folks working with us over the years to make sure we have the right development here. One of those has been with us every step of the way. She's a true champion for the Russell neighborhood day in and day out, and that, of course, is Councilwoman Cheri Bryant Hamilton. So, Councilwoman Bryant Hamilton, please share a few words with us.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm glad to be here at Heritage West for today's announcement. This 24-acre site is an example of so many other acres of vacant lots and commercial properties all across West Louisville that were once filled with workers manufacturing goods for this city and the nation. These prime properties are ripe for developers and business people, and they are in need of some TLC and capital investment by people who share our desire and vision of a thriving and revitalized West Louisville. We are a community that is anxious to participate in and enjoy the economic prosperity so many other areas of Louisville have and simply take for granted. We spend our hard-earned dollars in Indiana and at every new development built in the East End, and we'd like to be able to spend our dollars in our own neighborhoods. It can't just be the dollar stores that see the financial opportunities in West Louisville. In fact, the newest dollar store that opened at 39th and Market, last I heard, was among the top 3 grossing of their stores in all Kentucky. This community deserves investment, not your neglect. And after the disappointment of the demise of the food port, which held such promise for the West End, last fall this community, through the leadership of the West Louisville Community Council, many members who are here today, came together to share their ideas, suggestions, and vision for this and other vacant sites in West Louisville. And they, along with Metro government, are ready to work with and support positive development in our neighborhoods. We have a ready workforce and thousands of potential shoppers, clients, and visitors with disposable income to patronize future businesses and establishments. If you share our vision for one Louisville that is healthy and vibrant, we encourage and welcome your response to this solicitation for positive development for the West Louisville community we all love. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheri. I don't know if anybody's been to Irma D's over the past month or two since they've been opened on 28th Street, but if anybody wants to question that there is a market here for people that are ready to spend their money in the neighborhood, go to Irma D's and check out the line out the door for good food, and there's just plenty of folks here. We just need the right entrepreneurs to step up and say, hey, let's put something good here in the neighborhood. Now, Councilwoman Bryant Hamilton mentioned a super positive outcome of the food port development, and that was the creation of the West Louisville Community Council. With that process, which we all learned as it evolved along the way, what was really wonderful about it was kind of the organic evolution of residents, neighborhood associations that developed a real grassroots coalitions. Churches stepped up, education and cultural institutions, nonprofits, all saying, how can we all be together on what the future of this property is going to be like? And it was a great example, I think, of responsible, citizen-engaged redevelopment. This is a tough project because it's so big and it's been vacant for quite some time, and how do we find the right thing? So the council has really been helpful, and I think it's been helpful in a bunch of different ways. What can we do here? How do we build capacity as a community so when we take on projects like this, we understand what the economics are that we're looking for, we understand what the benefit can be for the neighborhood, et cetera, and then we can all come together and hopefully have a great outcome as a result of this. So critical to this was gathering information on the community's vision for this land, and that obviously will continue. Members of the Russell community will be involved in the selection of a development team, and will have access to all materials provided as a part of a response to this solicitation of interest. So to tell us more about the community's vision for this property and to unveil a new piece of community artwork, I'd like to introduce Ramona Lindsay with the West Louisville Community Council. When you're working on things, you never know when leadership is going to step up. And the Community Council back here is a tremendous example of just folks saying, this is my neighborhood, this is my city, and I want to participate. And as I mentioned, we've learned together. But Ramona Lindsay has always been there with her smile, with her energy, with her determination to kind of pull us together and make sure we're doing the right things. And Ramona, I really appreciate you being a wonderful citizen here in so many different ways. So please welcome Ramona Lindsay.
This is an exciting day because it's a day that's full of potential for West Louisville, and I want to thank all of the West Louisville Community Council members for being here to mark this day, and all the residents of West Louisville who are participating. One thing that we found as a community council is that we needed to reclaim this space as a community, and one way to do that was through renaming it and recognizing the heritage of this community through that name. So hence the citizens of this area chose the name Heritage West, and I thank you to Mayor Fischer for actually using the name, and recognizing that this is something that the community needs as well. And we also are here representing or offering ourselves to future developers as partners in the development process. So as you're developing or thinking about developing this property, you're thinking about the community as well, and that you're also thinking about how we can be partners in that conversation. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to talk really, really fast. So we, as the community council, decided to do an art competition asking residents to create artwork that would help represent this space, so as people are driving by or walking by, they can see West Louisville. We have 3 winners, and we have partnered with One West to actually award those winners with cash prizes. So it's Jenny Rechtenwald. Okay, Jenny Rechtenwald, if you'll come up with me. We're going to announce those 3 winners. The 3rd place winner is John Roach. And John, if you want to come forward. Thank you. John is a resident of the Shawnee neighborhood, and this is his image. It will be used by the Community Council on future marketing campaigns. Thank you, John. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have Nan Fawn, who is a student at Central High School. She's a senior. She is our 2nd place winner. This is her artwork. Again, it will be used in future marketing campaigns through the council. And she is being awarded a cash prize of $300. John's was $100. And then finally, our grand prize 1st place winner is Victor Sweat. And Victor is a resident of the Russell neighborhood, lives not far from here. And so this is the artwork that will be going on the billboard that's right down here on the corner. And Victor will be receiving a cash prize of $500. So we thank the residents, we thank the community for coming together in this effort to mark the beginning of a new day for Heritage West and to mark the beginning of prosperity in West Louisville. Thank you.
All right. Good job. Good job. All right, Ramona, thank you guys so much. So you guys can see a lot has gone into getting us to this point right now. We've got some beautiful images over here. They're going to help us continue to spread the energy as well. So I want to thank all the community members that have stepped up and helped us on this important initiative. Now, the solicitation of interest is officially open, and you can find details on the Louisville Forward website. So bottom line is we want a lot of great proposals to come out here and help us turn this into one of the great locations in our city. Thanks, everybody, for coming out today.